Let's begin our walkthrough of the repair order. Up at the top, you're going to see all the status of the repair. Is it in production, customer notes, and totals? As we go across, we're going to be able to see the customer information as well. We're actually building out customer files for you of everyone you've ever worked for. We're also doing a customer list for you of everyone you've ever worked for to do friends and family discounts and referrals post-repair. Also talk a little bit about the vehicle information and then who's actually working on that job, and then total hours with body paint and totals here at the bottom. Now, when we go through this, the claim information will have everything that's been on the estimate will be pulled over, and anything you need to update will be here as well. And going over, even if you wrote the estimate and let's say you lost the sale, didn't capture the keys, we're going to be tracking that as well. And then if we go across the repair order, we'll go to the repair order lines. This is everything coming over from estimating. You can order and receive parts through here as well. It'll even give you that part status. You can even dispatch parts to the technician so they can take ownership of those, sign for those parts. You can have a file documenting that, which is great to ensure some accountability and there's no finger pointing. And then once you order and receive parts, you can obviously track all the rates of your shop that came over from estimating, or if there's a different tax ID or profile you need to set up, that'll all be there as well to make sure that all comes across properly. Then the totals of the job of what is actually going on for the totals of the repair per each category, to be able to go in and cross-check that to make sure that's all good. And then as we go over to the parts section, this will give you the ability to create those purchase orders and then make sure you receive them and then place them into the proper location. So you would hit receive, these parts are coming in and I'm going to store them in my office. And then we're going to hit OK. Those parts are here, the techs know they're here, and from that point they're good to go to start working on that vehicle. We continue to go across the life cycle report. Very interesting to know how long that car is sitting in each phase. These phases are all customizable. So how long is it going to be sitting in parts hold, supplemental hold, staging the vehicle? Whatever you call it in your shop, you'll be able to actually track. Most people look at cycle time, keys to keys, but we want to look at actually each individual department to see what's hurting you the most and how you can improve next. The dates, this is really going to scrutinize every movement of that vehicle from when they're coming in, when did they actually get here, when did you physically start working on the car for repair started, when are you going to contact the customer next, when is their scheduled completion, when did you actually get it done, when did you want them to come and pick up the car, when did that actually happen. So you're going to know a lot of movements of the vehicle and these dates, and you can run reports by these for cycle time as well. Notes, very important to have a very well documented repair. Anytime there's a question from the insurance carriers or the customer, it's good to have all those notes on hand to be able to add in to know exactly what happened, to be able to refer to throughout the process as well. The audit trail, also a good reference tool, a little bit of security there as well to see what happened and when and by what user, to see what was going on with that job if there was ever a question. My personal favorite is the task list. So that means if you're assigning to-dos for an employee or someone, you can actually set up what they should be doing, set a reminder, what is the description, and then you'll be able to track, hey, did you update that customer about the parts coming in that were back ordered? Did you call the vendor and ask to see if there was another option to order this one part you needed, or something to that effect? But this will give you a way to standardize operations to ensure that the things that you want to get done and prioritize actually happen. Just to give you a preview of that customer list of everyone you've worked for, phone numbers, emails, addresses, very easy to do marketing, as well as the vehicles as well. And what happens is when you start doing work for folks, you'll even have a log of related jobs. So how often are you getting repeat business from these customers? Maybe if they're a reoccurring customer, you might want to do them a favor. I also want to bring your attention to the top right here, which is our print center. Essentially, any document that you would want to have in here will be in here, or we can customize these forms for you. There's a lot of flexibility here, but anything post-repair, authorization, final bills, checklists, anything with QC, we'll be able to have all this grouped together. You can even put these all in one to have them all print out once you do your final delivery for a billing. So let's take a look here. Let's run the final invoice, and all you have to do is click. It'll create those PDFs. You can drag and drop them into an email or send them out to the customer. And then you'd be able to hand the customer the final bill. It's a much better looking version typically of the estimate itself, and goes through all the things that you did so they can sign and then pay for their repair. The vehicle delivery checklist, all customizable, what you want done in your shop, how you want it done, that could all be put in. Thank you so much for spending time with us today. Stay tuned for more videos